So once again, we have Mr. Mejia, who's here from the county of Sonoma to update us on what's going on with COVID, the vaccines, and again, the new variant that is making its way through the United States.
That's correct, Rafael. So we have more than 1,013,000 doses that have been administered to Sonoma County residents. 81% of the county's eligible population is fully vaccinated. 7% is partially vaccinated, and 64.2% have received boosters so far. The numbers of the progress of vaccinations are great. They keep moving very, very slowly. We are closing into that 12% that is still not vaccinated. As a reminder for our listeners is that most of this group is composed by children under 5, and those children between 5 and 11 years old. So it's infants, all this group, and all the people that for whatever reason don't want to get vaccinated. So that's an area that we keep trying to get into vaccination, and also reminding the people that it's very, very important to keep your vaccination up to date because of the waning that the vaccine can have, and also the exposure that you can get to new variants, as we will talk in a minute about the subvariant, about Omicron. Before getting there, I want to share with you that the metrics are at a great time, probably one of the lowest numbers that I have seen in 2 years. Our overall case rate is now 5.6 cases per every 100,000 residents. And when we look at this by the vaccination status, the rate is 7.5 for the unvaccinated and 5.3 for the vaccinated people. The testing positivity is the metric that I have today at 2.1% in general, and 2% for the lowest quartile. This is the lowest number that I have seen. The lowest quartile refers to the areas with the lowest income, where normally COVID along the pandemic has shown how has impacted more disproportionately people of color and people with lower income. In the last 60 days, the number of cases that have impacted more pronounced with COVID patients is the groups for 5 to 17 with 21% of the cases, followed by the group 25 to 34 with 17, and the group 25 to 44 with 16%. The hospitalizations are very low now, with 14 patients in the hospital and only 1 patient in the intensive care unit. On the other hand, the cases at the schools continue growing with 5,600 cases, affecting mainly students, with 5,271 and 329 staff that has been affected. On the other hand, I'd like to share with you that we are launching a video contest, which is called VaxBeat Video Contest. And that is focused in, the Sonoma County students in the 6th grade to 12th grade are the audience for this. And we're inviting them to create a 30 to 60 seconds video that addresses the benefits of the COVID vaccines. The teams to produce the video can range from 1 to 5 students, and cash prizes will be awarded to the top 3 videos in each of 2 categories: 6 to 8 graders and 9 to 12 graders. The first place award is $1,500. The second place is $1,000, and the third place is $500. Each team will create and submit 30 to 60 second videos to the County of Sonoma. And the contest deadline, which is May 9 at 5 o'clock. You can find more information if you go to our website, socoemergency.org. And it's hard to give you all the link in radio to follow, but if you go to socoemergency.org, one of the main icons refers to vaccination. You will see as the orange icon there. Just click on that one, and then we have a whole page dedicated to the contest with all the rules and all the details that you may want to find out. Since all of this is focused to minors, parental consent is required. So parents and their children can look at it and see if there's something that they're interested in participating. And now moving to the BA2 variant, that is a subvariant of the Omicron variant that we saw affecting the entire world during this winter. Uh, right now, 1/3 of the COVID-19 cases in the United States are now caused by the BA2 Omicron subvariant, even though overall infections are still declining from January's records high. Sonoma County has detected 12 cases of the subvariant so far, although most COVID-19 cases are not sent for additional genotyping to determine the variants. The subvariant is more transmissible than the Omicron BA.1 variant that caused the massive winter surge. It does not appear to cause more severe disease. However, an early data show that infection with BA1 offers a strong protection against reinfection with BA2, according to the World Health Organization. What we know is almost 3 times, well, 2.5 times the level of infection than the previous variant of Omicron, but also half the damage that it could cause. That can sound positive in terms of expanding the base of immunity, but also we know that it's going to target directly the most vulnerable groups, which is people over 65 and also people with underlying conditions. On the other hand, Moderna is seeking authorization for their vaccine for emergency use for children under 6. This is after the interim results from its clinical trials showed that their vaccine have a similar immune response to young adults. We'll see what happens with that. Another US developments and trends is that the daily US cases keep falling after topping 800,000 per day on January 16. They are now averaging 29,288 cases per day. And this is down 26% in the last 2 weeks, according to the New York Times database. And the COVID days remains high, but they continue dropping, 30% down in the last 2 weeks. Now it's still a high number, 1,009 deaths per day in the United States. And the number of cases keep climbing. In the United States now we have 972,010 cases. And finally, the testing at days, the county is averaging 1,883 tests per day, and that's down from the nearly 7,000 that we were applying during mid-January. That doesn't include all the at-home rapid tests that are being used. So we keep asking people to report their test results so we can know where the virus is spreading and also bring resources to people that need to do quarantine and isolation. So please call us to 707-565-4701 and report your result. Appointments are still recommended, but more testing sites now accommodate walk-ins. That's why I have to report today, Rafael.
Thank you again for taking the time and being here. And again, we're going to see what's going to happen with children now that many individuals are in spring break, now that the mask mandate has been lifted from schools, most schools. And as a result of that, then these kids are traveling to Southern California or other places.
Yes.
And then they'll come back to the schools, and then we'll have to wait and see. Usually it takes a couple of weeks before we start seeing the consequences. So again, we'll see what happens. For those of us who visit schools on a regular basis, we are told you don't have to wear your mask. And it's like, yep, but I choose to wear my mask, right? So it's important. And it's not just about wearing the mask, but wearing the mask properly. So for those individuals, this is something that will stay with me. It's something that you said a few weeks ago, and that is, let's not judge individuals who choose to wear a mask when they go to a restaurant, when they go to church, when they go whatever, to the store perhaps, because we don't know their situations. We don't know if they have underlying conditions. We don't know if they are in treatment for cancer or anything else. Let's be respectful. They're not going to make fun of you for you not wearing your mask. Make sure you don't do, you're not disrespectful of those individuals. And with that, I'm grateful as always, and I look forward to discussing with you further the issue of COVID, but perhaps in the next couple of weeks. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much and have a nice weekend.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.